Ooh. New card day. It is new card day. What I've got here is a new addition to the flock, as it were. This is my third GTX 1066 gig, which is going in the JANK-ASS system, which means we'll be bumping one of the single fan MSI 1050 2 gig cards either into the AMD machine if we can fit it, or I'm seriously going to have to start thinking about a third build. I did a bit of research before picking this card up, and the reason I went with this card, which is an ASUS model, above the MSI Gaming, which I have 2 of those in my case already, is strictly in terms of cost. This is, as far as I could find, the most cost-efficient and lowest ROI 1060 that you can buy right now on Amazon. This card, with a manufacturer's rebate, brings the ROI below 200 days. And I know that's still up there for people that have been doing this for a long time, but for an ROI on a card below 200 days, that's pretty good. Go through 1080s, 1070s, 580s, 570s, and even a lot of 560s. You are not going to find an ROI under 200 days unless you are very lucky. This model right here, the specifics of which I will post as an affiliated link in the description box down below. So if you want to pick this up yourself, if you buy it through that link, I do get a slight kickback for the channel, which helps immensely, and you don't have to pay any more money for it. So it's a win-win. But I digress. This box arrived in the manufacturer's box without any Amazon packaging. They just slapped a label on it. I am not very happy about this. Not one bit. Because not only does this mean this was probably banged around in shipment, but frankly, there's a good chance it could have gone missing. So that stinks. But again, it's not the box that it comes in that's important. It's what's inside it that counts, I suppose. And I don't have my straight razor because it's all the way in the studio and I can't be asked to bother. Ow. Here we are. Oh. It's a little tinier than I thought it would be. Then again, I've never owned an ASUS card, so... That's it? Really? Oh, there it is. So, it looks like you get a booklet of sorts, speed setup, which looks like every language under the sun of basic installation instructions. That's fine, we don't need it. And we have a driver card for people out there that still might use optical media, which is cute. Here's what we're looking for. There it is. Twin fan ASUS GTX 1066 gig. I'm not sure what the model name is. It's part of the dual series. I guess that might be all the information we're going to get. But there's no back plate, so at the price point that I picked this up at, I can live without a back plate. It's got a nice Stormtrooper looking case on it, but it is plastic. It's very plastic. So it looks good, but you know, it is what it is. But that plastic shroud, as we can see, is covering up heat pipes, which go down into the cooler down there. Like I said, we have 2 fans on this, so looks all right. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's not a bad looking card. It looks pretty snazzy, actually. But again, I prefer the LED lighting and the aesthetic of my MSI cards. But as I said, this is all about ROI. This has the best ROI that I could find. So let's get it put into the system, fire it up, run some benchmarks, and see what you can do. The ASUS 1066 gig Dual Series Edition. Let's go. As we can see, the Stormtrooper is installed into the system. Fan is running. We've got our 6-pin connector right here, plugged into the breakout board for our HP power supply. While I was putting this in here, I did take the opportunity to use a little duster to dust out the system. It's a good thing to do. Never wait for it to become a problem. This is proactive, preventative action to just, yeah, keep your shit clean. Well, while we wait for this, I'm going to go grab a beer. The waiting is the hardest part. This will be the third brand of cards added to this singular rig, which ties in with the whole JANK-ASS name. Any second now. This seems awfully large for a graphics driver, but we've got a Shoegazer by the Burlington Beer Company. It's a 5% New England blonde ale brewed with spelt. Spelt. Oh, no time for beer now. There's computer hacking to do. Alright, I'm going to pick this up when I'm a little further along.
A few inches later.
Alright, and after a driver update and a reboot, we finally got all three 1060s to show up. So now it's time to load up into some nice hash and run some benchmarks.
One eternity later.
Alright, well, it's several hours later. I got distracted with a music rehearsal and things like that, but I let the rig run in the background, and you can see right now it's chugging away, looking painfully out of place in its Stormtrooper costume amongst the black and red and orange of the rest of the JANK-ASS case. But that's not all that important. So it's running. As we can see, we've got it on the Legacy Miner 1.9.0.2 right there, alongside its other MSI 1060 brethren, and it is currently on Lyra 2 rev with the other two 1060s. Between the three of them, they're pulling down 79.6 mega hash. Again, pay rates aren't that great right now. They're doing about $1.07 each average per day, so $1.07. So it could be worse, could be better, could be a whole lot better, but I have a really subtle overclock on it. We're just doing 300 on the memory, 100 on the core, which matches my other 1060s. I think I may be able to push this card a little bit harder, just based on the look of it, but I'm going to let this run for a little while, just to see for sure. Yeah. So that's it for now. That's the ASUS 1066 gig dual fan model. Real catchy name there. Running in the JANK-ASS case. I'm Eric the Red. This is Crypto with Caffeinated. Stay caffeinated. Stay mining.